level should be good already.
Does he have clips?
He has one of Joan and then 3 comics that he had.
Hey, thanks for watching this week at Martha's Vineyard for the end of the season wrap-up show live at the Strand Theater. This week we are looking into a couple of different new headlines from the island to bring you guys some of the top news that's been happening on the island this week. First up in Vineyard Haven, a well-known home is up for sale, the Chip Chop, which has been owned by Diane Sawyer since 1995, is up for sale for a whopping $24 million. The stunning property comes with 10 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and multiple cottages around the property to make for a beautiful compound. It also comes with a pool if you're interested. And also this week, a found teenager is back safe home after taking a bike ride to the Steamship Authority Ferry. He was reported safe around 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday after taking a trip over to Vineyard Haven. The Falmouth Police Department thanks the Tisbury Police Department for their cooperation in bringing the teenager home safe. And if you thought the ferry felt a little bit more packed than usual this week, you were not wrong. Several round trips were canceled after an internal leak from a fuel tank was found aboard the Nantucket. That boat has now been fixed and is back in service. So that's what we have for headlines for this week. And now we're going to turn to Colin for the package that we have for this week. Usually, but I know this is a different week where we're just kind of testing it out. But normally this would be where you'd like to toss the package, right?
Yes. Well, this is where we're kind of like playing with what we're going to transition from this summer, where we do the This Week on MV show live, and we do the at the Strand show as well, where we talk about, well, I don't as much talk, more like Steve and Frank, who you'll get to shortly, talk about what's going on at the Strand and what's coming up. So we are going to try to combine all these things and also throw in the news with Emma, since she's got the experience with that, and try to get things more digital and video in the off season. So that's, and then get into doing some interviews as well at the same time. So look for this show, this new kind of show, to develop over the next couple of weeks. And then we will be hopefully going weekly with that right here at the Strand. So that's where we're at. And actually we're here with Frank and and Steve, who just got back to the island. And let us know what's going on, guys.
So this is where the show goes downhill from here.
All the formal stuff is over with.
All the formal stuff is over with. But before we really get going, I just wanted to go back to Emma and just say, this house that's for $24 million, 10 bedrooms, pool. Can you loan me some money? I just need 10%.
I got you. Don't worry.
You got me? All right, all right.
I think that house should come with an ATM machine in it.
It does.
No.
Well, a lot has been happening. Our part of this show is to kind of wrap things up from the this summer. We're coming off a successful comedy fest. We've had all kind of workshops, speaker symposiums at the Strand Theater. We had concerts, everything from the Strand Jam. We had Joan Colossal Quartet here. We had Nicole Henry, I Want to Dance with Somebody, songs of Whitney Houston. And, movies, of course. So we're coming off this big high. We kind of take September off to take a little bit of a break, just so we can rejuvenate and get our spirits up and going. And then starting September 30th, we're going back with our movies. So, I like to kind of hand off to Frank, and maybe you can talk a little bit about the movies.
Oh, is that what I can talk about? Okay. Don't you hate that when people tell you maybe he can do? Oh, is that what I can do? Okay. So, we're gonna have. We've been showing movies here. So the good thing about the Strand is that we do it all here now. We do it as not just movies. We do concerts. We do the comedy. We do any and everything you can think of. And so we have a full stage up here, and we can do the movies as well. So a lot of people have been coming up to us asking us about how they can be a part of this and how they can come with their ideas and rent the Strand out. And we welcome them with open arms, and we want them to do that. So, what do we have coming up this month? Actually, right? Seriously Red.
So here, I'll take it from
Because I
here.
can't even see your phone. Seriously Red. Is that Dolly Parton?
That's Dolly Parton. So we just want to
Okay.
kind of keep a musical theme with our movies. So, but let me backtrack. First of all, we're a single screen theater, so we do second run movies. And with that, we bring some of oldies but goodies. So what we're doing October 7th, actually, is we're doing a music theme. So we got Dolly Parton, what's her last name? Parton. I had.
Dolly Parton. You don't know Dolly Parton. Come on.
I mean, I know it's Dolly. You know, we go way back.
Okay.
And then we're doing Elvis, and we're doing Whitney Houston. So kind of like a little trilogy right
Three
there.
great musicians.
Yeah, so we're going to have fun with that. We also have things for the kids as well. So we're going to do the Super Mario Brothers. So that's going to be September 30th. And I'm kind of going back different dates. But then we're going to be getting into the Halloween scene. And so we got to get a frightful movie. I'm thinking about a oldie but goodie E.T., you know, or what about Freddy Krueger? You know, so that's still to be decided. But we're just going to have fun with these theme type movies and just have people come out. So
Yeah,
we can
come
show
on out,
every
bring
Saturday.
family, bring friends, and maybe some of these movies you've seen already, but there's nothing like coming to the theater, getting you some popcorn, and sitting down and looking at these movies on the big screen, because that's what makes it fun. So
And we got good popcorn too.
we do have good popcorn.
What's the secret recipe with the popcorn?
The butter. It's the butter. It's the oil that you cooking in.
It's the oil we cook it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you take the fat out of food, you lose the taste. So
Yeah, we tested the popcorn for about a month or so. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was sick for a week after that. You know?
No, don't
But
tell the audience
Then we
that.
finally got it right. No, I was sick because I was eating so much popcorn, and then we finally got it right. So.
well, that's what's happening. You know, we're talking about September 30th and ongoing with the movies. But let's again recap a little bit about the Comedy Fest. You know, we had a great time. It was 3 weeks of comedy. And we have everyone from Damon Williams, D.L. Hughley, we had JJ, we have Dominique, and the list continues. These are all nationally acclaimed comedians. But, you know, who was your favorite comedian?
You're not going to get me in trouble because I know all of these comedians, and they're all my favorites, you know. And I don't have a favorite because they all were phenomenal to me.
So which one did you enjoy? Is that a better
I
way?
enjoyed all of them because they all were enjoyable.
So now you're running for office now? You're trying to be all political with
Yes,
us
I'm being
now?
political, you know, just in case I have to run for office, I can just keep it all, you know.
All right, well, tell me one of the highlights.
Big Sean was one of the comedians that I really liked along with the others. JJ was another one.
Yep.
D.L. Hughley, of course, you know, one of the kings of comedy. I always love Damon, but he's the resident host. But Damon keeps it, you know, he keeps it new and fresh, and he's been with us from the beginning. And so, yeah, Damon, I love Damon.
Well, do we have any clips
We
by
sure do.
chance so we can show the audience?
Yes.
What would you like to see?
Damon, do we have something on Damon?
We got Damon.
Y'all know who's still out on the road and still making music after all these years? Smokey Robinson. Thank you for saying it. 83 years old. Amazing. And he's still touring and performing. And Smokey still kind of sexy to him. Hey, Smokey there's a video floating around. And when he got on the red, have you seen he got in this red silk shirt? When you leave here and get service, Google Smokey Robinson, red silk. He let them ladies have it. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care what they do. I don't care about anything ever. I wanna give it to you. Look it up, y'all think I'm kidding? He let them have it. I don't care if they try. His pump's a little offbeat. I don't care what they do.
So that is the great Damon Williams, who's the face of our festival. Damon has been doing this for 12 years with us. And so every time he has to come with new jokes because, you know, the audience seen him and they expect great things out of him. So that's just one little thing he did with Smokey Robinson. He does a lot about the culture, you know, and so he's an expert. He's a pro. And we really like, you know, just giving Damon the mic and let him do what he does.
Now, you know what's interesting? Damon opens up for a lot of musicians, a lot of big-name musicians. So if you get a chance to go online and look at that Smokey Robinson clip, that will make that joke even funnier because Damon is spot on with that joke. Hilarious.
So one of my highlights was actually looking at J.J. Williamson, and I'm hoping we have a clip on J.J.
I think we do.
I like this crowd. This is my type of crowd right here. Grown folks. That's why I ain't gonna keep y'all long. About 15 more minutes, everybody in here gonna be sleepy. When you get grown, you got a one event night and this is it. So we ain't going nowhere else, this is it. Ain't nobody gonna be walking outside telling me, what you finna do after this? After this. After this. I'm sleepy. Every time you get to scratching right here, it's time to go to bed. A real sleepy mood right here.
Well, another quick hit of JJ that was pretty good. We enjoyed them, and these guys they're professionals. They can go 45 minutes to an hour long, just keeping our audience entertained. But again, we're much more than just comedy. We had the movies, we had workshops. One was an educational seminar, and just talking about the whole college admission process. So we bring information, we entertain, and now here we are, trying to wrap everything up and just give highlights of everything that happened. But since we got Colin here on the side,
There I am.
that's my main man. Colin is the hardest working man on Marthas Vinyard.
Sure
and,
is.
and the fact that he rides a scooter everywhere he goes says a lot.
I have to. There's no way to get into town if I don't do that. I mean, seriously, it's like it was a crazy season. Even tonight, I had to do it. Closest I could get was like over by the basketball courts. And, I'm not complaining. It's kind of fun riding that thing. I'm sure that I'm not going to think so when I crash into something, which is inevitable.
Right. So, we talk about the season being, like June, July, and August, but it seems that there's still a lot of flow going on here.
Oh, totally. I mean, I remember, I say this all the time, and I sound like one of those, those old guys, I remember when I was a guy, but it was, I came here in '94, and, those first few years I was here, you could hear a pin drop at noon on Monday of Labor Day. I remember one time listening to, I was on one side of town, and I heard my friends were going to come over, and I could hear them talking all the way across town. Like there was that, just was over. It was literally over. And over the years, it's just gotten more and more busy. And of course, COVID changed a lot. A lot of people moved here that had houses here. So it's nice to have this venue that can provide entertainment to people year round. Because, or at least an extended way, because there's a lot of people here now in the winter, and if they, they're basically driving around in circles looking for something to do. So,
yeah, well, we want to be here to provide them with entertainment, and so we're still, finding our way as well. Of course, the live events, we love it. It's nothing like a live event, being here, being present. But there's other things we can possibly do, for the youth, because most of our stuff is pretty much targeted towards young adults and older. But the teens, they need something to do, and
they definitely do.
What do they do?
I got two of
during
them.
the off season, right?
Yeah. Well, they will. They like to go to the movies as well. They like live music. They just don't get to see it that often. There's comedy that could be focused on kids. There's a lot of things that could be done. But this one of the things that is a problem on this island is that there's not enough to do for older people. It's a little easier, but there's bowling leagues and there's things that we do. Kids, they have school and homework, but they lack a lot of fun things to do.
So, I mean, that's a good problem for us to have. We need to somehow solve it,
Yep.
One of the things I was talking about before is having a game night here. We got that big old screen back there, so why not hook up all these kids are gamers now, we can have
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we got the high-speed internet access here, so, and I'm a gamer too sometimes. So.
By the way, did you see that new movie? Speaking of movies, what was it called? Gran Turismo.
No, I missed out on that one. You, Frank?
Man, that's a good movie. You should go see it. It's a true story about true story, but it's about a kid who, they give this opportunity to kids who play the video game, and the ones that do the best scores, they give them the opportunity to drive real cars, and one of them ends up like competing in the Le Mans.
Well,
and the movie's very good.
Well, this whole gaming thing is pretty exciting. I mean, they have schools on the West Coast where you can get a scholarship to be a gamer. It's like an athletic scholarship. So
Wow.
now you can be a gamer, you play in different schools. And so it's something to be reckoned with, We could start something on the East Coast, That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I could play Pac-Man. I remember that.
Well, now you're showing your age. Now you're really showing your age right now. So.
I used to own one in college. I did.
You stole one?
No, I owned a Pac-Man machine, and I used to make like $75 a week off of it in my fraternity house. It was like,
oh wow,
that's what.
That's when you usually put a quarter in now. But now, how much are video games now when you play at an arcade?
Good question. I have no clue.
It's like $1. Usually, it's like $1.
Oh, is that
$1? $1?
Wow. Now, Emma, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game? Okay, I'm kind of a nerd. I really like The Sims. The Sims has been my go-to for years and years. I don't know, I just love it. Something about like building the new houses and like all the new adventures. So I have all the expansion packs. So The Sims, that's the one I like to play.
So you're fairly young. So do you grew up on video games, or were you actually go to the arcade and play games?
Ooh, I mean, kind of like both. We definitely had a good mix of both. My parents were very much like, you're not going to sit in front of a screen all day. That's not going to happen. We're getting out. We're doing stuff. So I think we spent a lot of time at the arcade. Skee ball is definitely my thing. That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pick one. Skee ball.
Well, Colin, can you build a skeet ball somewhere in the theater, man?
Whatever you want, you know that.
Right.
That's but yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, speaking of games, one of the things that I was suggesting is like, if we can figure out a way how to do sporting events in here, some of the big sporting events, especially like it would have been great if we'd put something together for tomorrow when Tom Brady is in front of the at Foxborough Gillette, I should say. You know, that's a big moment for not for Chicago fans, but for us. So, you know, he brought us so many championships, and then if we could recreate kind of like even a little microcosm of what it's like to be in a of course it's completely different now, but you know, like having popcorn and you know things in the aisles and having a game on a big screen and having friends around and stuff like that. So we're trying to figure out how that might work.
That would be pretty cool too. And then we can have someone up there playing the keyboard, like between innings and not innings, but in football between
cheerleaders.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it. That would be something new, exciting.
Yep. Steve going up and down the aisles with hot dogs.
Exactly.
Hey, hot dogs.
Yep, and then play music every time during football when they score a basket.
Huh?
Oh, well, you said innings. I was just going along with what you were doing.
See, Frank is a comedian, so okay.
Innings. Wow. Okay.
We're national now. I can't say what I really want to say, but that's anyway. I will turn it over to Mike to see if we got a commercial or anything, you know, and so I don't want to have any witnesses while I'm beating up Frank.
A blistering day on the island can quickly turn into a cool retreat at sea with MV Ocean Sports' dynamic array of water sport activities. From parasailing high above the Vineyard Sound to skimming across its glassy surface on your very own jet ski, MV Ocean Sports has everything fun for everyone. MV Ocean Sports focuses on fun activities the whole family can participate in, including water skiing, wakeboarding, kneeboarding, and tubing. Open daily with sunset specials. Visit mvoceansports.com for more information. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Monday morning or Friday night. From barbecues to birthday parties and from rainy days to beach days, Tony's Market has what you need. Check out our daily deli specials and a huge selection of beer and wine.
Dockside Jewelers at the Dockside Marketplace in Oak Bluffs has as much sparkle as the vineyard water on a perfect summer day, offering a wide variety of handcrafted vineyard charms, bracelets, necklaces, and more.
Home to the island's most flavorful chicken wings and the famous Tuesday Night Lobster Fest, Coupe de Ville has been serving locals and visitors for over 30 years in Oak Bluffs. With the Shuck Shack Raw Bar and over 100 beers on tap, Coupe de Ville is the place where you may arrive as a stranger, but you will leave as a friend.
Located in the Edgartown Triangle, Trader Fred's is a discount haven for locals and tourists. From fishing bait to boogie boards to bikinis, Fred's has what you need. If you didn't find what you wanted, then you must have missed it.
Step back in time. The Edgartown Diner at 65 Main Street offers classic, delicious comfort food at affordable prices. Serving breakfast all day, lunch, and dinner. Discover why everyone loves the Edgartown Diner.
We're back.
I just enjoy watching these commercials. There are so many great things to do on this island. As far as the places to eat and just places to relax, and if you want to, get in the water, get on a boat, and what do they call that? The boarding, the
Jet skis.
I'm sorry, the jet skis. Now I've never been jet skiing, but
Innings.
They're right.
I would love to see Colin on a jet ski. That I would like to see.
Have you done it before, Emma?
Oh, I have. Yeah. I went basically nowhere. It was not happening. I would get 10 feet and then just launch forward, have no idea what I was doing, go backwards. Yeah. I was not great on the jet ski. Not great
I
at
want
it.
to try that. It looks like a lot of fun.
That's actually really fun doing those. And with this 90-degree weather we're still having, I'm sure there's still a lot of people doing water sports.
Might as well. I think that's more fun than actual jumping off the Jaws Bridge.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that. I wanted to do it at one time, but I think those days have passed me by.
Oh, come on.
Have you done it?
I've done it. Yeah, I mean, it's not very high. It's like I don't do backflips off it. Actually, my big thing is I just don't want to go in the water. It's too cold. I lived in the Caribbean for a long time, so this weather, I guess maybe this year it's a little bit warmer, but for the most part, I'm one of those guys that dips my toe in. And
what we should do is all of us should get out and go on the bridge and jump at the same time and have someone videotape that. I think that would be
I'll videotape it. I'm not jumping. I'm old enough to realize that there are certain things you should not be doing at this point in life. And jumping off a bridge is like either number 1 or 2. Definitely up there.
But I thought you liked water sports, so
not that kind of water sports.
He likes synchronized swimming is what he likes.
And actually, I got in with the polar bears more this year than I ever have. And so I was in there at least 3 to 4 times a week at 7:30 in the morning. They get in, it's the water aerobics, and it's like from 7:30 to 8:30. It's a meditation attached to it. And it's just a great way to start the day. So if you're coming on the island, if you've never been here, you have to go to the Inkwell, get in with the polar bears, and enjoy that experience.
And then after you do that, you need to come to see us at the Strand Theater and maybe check out one of our music series with the Strand Jam, where we bring local artists to come in and perform. And it's kind of an open mic kind of thing, and we get everybody coming in. So I love it a lot. But when we bring in the professionals, like a Joan Colosso and her quartet, that's when, it's a whole nother level. And so you could speak a lot about that.
Well, this is the thing. I got Joan to get in the water, and she didn't want to at first, so it took her out of her comfort zone because she was performing. She didn't want to mess her hair up. So after she performed, then she got in the water, and she told me, she said thank you, because that was one of the greatest experiences that she had when she was on the island. But, certainly, her quartet came here, and they did a phenomenal job. Everybody who came to see her really loved her. And I think we have a clip of Joan and the quartet, a small clip. So.
Hey, let's do it in the morning. Sweet rain in the summertime. Feel the young sweet things all laid up next to mine. Sweet love in the midnight. Good sleep, good morning time. No worry about nothing.
yeah, everybody, that was Joan Colosso on vocals. That was Richard Patterson on bass, guitar. Larry Hanks on keyboard, who's Joan's husband, and that was Kanari Allison on drums, and that was me on the video, and that was Steve Capers on potato chips out front.
That was me up in the
That was Colin in the
balcony.
the balcony, like doing nothing actually. But I will say
teamwork.
this: the keyboard player, man, that is the coolest cat. He was just like. We had him on the show right before that.
Yeah, we had him on the show, yeah.
Yeah, and he hadn't slept all night, and he was just like.
Yeah, it's something about when you put your sunglasses on.
Yeah.
You got to be cool. You know.
He was good.
Larry is a seasoned professional. He's played with them all in Chicago and all around the world, and he's one of the most sought out keyboard players in Chicago. So Larry's really good. He's the music director for a lot of events.
Yeah, he had played the night before.
Yeah.
Till like 3 a.m, and then got home,
Caught
took
a
a
plane.
shower, got on a plane to here.
Yeah, he plays
Yeah,
at
it's like-
Gibson's in Chicago, the steakhouse. And so he has a running gig with them. But yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, that was one of the most enjoyable concerts I've ever been to. It was really amazing. Yeah. And we hope to have her back at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna pull her back in, and of course Nicole Henry. And I don't know if we have a clip of Nicole Henry, do we?
No, we don't.
Okay, that's okay. But next time we'll have. But
Maybe you can sing for us. You know some of her songs.
And I'm telling you
that he can't sing. He's horrible and horrible and horrible, and you're gonna hate him.
yeah. See, I told you this is where the show goes downhill, right? Okay.
Right.
That ain't even Whitney Houston.
No, who is
That's
that?
Jennifer. That ain't even Whitney Houston.
Hey man. But anyway, you got the point though. They got the point,
right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I can't sing. I can sing in the shower though. And why is it that you can sing in the shower so well? I mean, the acoustics. I mean,
Shower
You
and the
can.
car. I need to make an album in there.
right?
I take myself singing one time. I said I sound horrible, but in the shower in the car, sound great.
You do? Okay. Well, that's to be challenged. But anyway,
Right.
we're back. I want to shift off to Colin. Colin, you got any parting shots or anything, man?
Well, you know, I think we circled back again to what we plan on doing going forward in the off season. I think that one of the things that I've been talking with them about was about you know, a lot of people. It still feels old school to try to get your news and print. So we're going to try to do kind of a newsreel to start with. Emma's background is in news. So if we can convince her to give us a little news every week that we can put on our channel, which is the Marthas Vinyard channel. It's a streaming channel you can download or get the app, but you can also catch it on Facebook. But you will also be able to sign up for, send us your email, and we will send you this pre-recorded show every Friday morning, and you'll be able to get your news that way. And then we'll have interesting interviews and what's going on that weekend and everything else. So
I think that's perfect. I mean, the audience is changing. You know, like I say, we used to read the paper all the time. Now it's more to our phones, to our tablets.
And I can tell you, because I run all legs of publishing, but I can tell you that it's not even close anymore. It's like, you know, I mean, we had just with the show that we do, we had almost 1 million views of our videos this summer. That doesn't, we can't touch that with print.
No.
You know, the print kind of like helps people to watch it, but you know, people are they're getting their delivery in a different way these days, and this is one of them.
And the fact that we got this podcast studio, I mean, I think we'd be able to invite so many different people here and have a variety of stories.
Yep.
And so I'm all set. I'm geared up, you know. And Frank, you know, he could be here to help clean up after we finish, you know, talking and everything. But
well, now that we have some time, you know,
Is there another Frank around here? Because I know he ain't talking about me.
I think now that we have some time, the summer was just so crazy, and you know, we started off strong, and then you know, with the comedy festival came, and it was just nuts.
Once the comedy festival came, came, we were out the game. We were
Right.
just running
Yeah.
24/7. We couldn't even do a podcast.
Yeah,
During
we had the
COVID.
last one we did was when we had all the comedians in here.
Yep.
That was awesome.
That, man, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, and they went for like
Everyone
an
in
hour
here-
too.
Yeah.
They
Every-
kicked Steve out.
Yeah, and well, that was the only good thing of it.
So there was no host. It was just them.
No. I turned it over to Damon to
Oh,
close
okay.
it out for us. You know,
Yeah.
So.
So see how the
Oh, so he's going to
universe
send us a bill?
Yeah, right.
works? See how the universe
see.
works.
See.
We don't have the heart to tell you. The universe is like, look, Steve, get out of there.
So.
Emma, you do such a great job.
Yeah, let's
man.
give it for Emma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Phenomenal.
seeing her smiling. Thank you.
No, I mean you just your
But-
professionalism, the way you speak and the way you just do everything is just phenomenal. So.
And then we also got to give it up for Mike too, don't we?
Oh, of course, they're always for Mike. Yeah,
Producer Mike.
Producer Mike.
yeah.
Look
don't-
at
There
it.
he is.
Hey.
These Oz,
I don't know
man
how you
behind the
learn all
curtain.
this stuff, Mike. This is
You should
phenomenal.
see the stuff this guy's been learning. He's been doing all kinds of stuff since he got here.
Wow. Thank you, Mike. You're
Literally, I mean, he's fixing heavy machinery. He's putting in foundations. We're doing all kinds of things.
Well, speaking of, I need help with my porch. There's Frank stepped on something and it sunk, and so I need a new.
First of all, I didn't step on anything.
A new
Secondly,
plank.
why are you having that conversation on air?
I mean, why not? Anytime as good as any. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yep. We'll be back over there as long as you don't photograph my legs sticking out from underneath your porch.
Right.
That one
We'll be all
time.
right.
I know. Well, it's a wrap for me. I don't have any much more to say unless Frank does.
Well, I just want to say I'm glad that we're doing what we're doing, and if anyone has any ideas about things that they want to do, I know some people from Mocha Mott's. I'm still gonna talk even if you sleep.
Thing on.
Some people from Mocha Mott's had some suggestions on movies.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna have to look into that because some people want to see The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
On the big screen. So. I mean, there may be other people that have suggestions as well, so we're open to suggestions.
That is a great idea. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
some of those old classics.
But I bet Emma has better ideas than what we have.
She does.
Yeah,
I know she does.
I want to get people. We want to get people used to coming to this show every week, so that we can kind of. In fact, one of the things that I talked with Lori Fisher before she unfortunately died last year, but she a long time ago actually I talked to her, but she goes camera shy about doing a segment on Islanders Talk, subject from Islanders Talk, because it's crazy stuff that goes on there, you know, like. And she was all for it, but she just got nervous about being on camera.
Oh.
So it never materialized, but maybe we could find a way to do something with that as well, because there's always a fair amount of
Conversation.
interaction and conversation starters from that site.
Yeah.
I feel like you should pick like a controversial Islanders Talk post of the week
Yeah,
and just like dive into like that one that we find every single week and just like
I
kind of go
think
in
that's
and
a
go
great
through
idea.
comments, because I mean, Islanders Talk, man, that place is Wild West. Like I love it, but this is the Wild West. It really is.
It is. I mean, you can go
never
from-
a dull moment.
you can. Somebody can say the sky is blue, and within 3 posts, you know, somebody's arguing with them about, you know, no, it isn't. You know, it's like, I mean, it is insane, the arguments on there.
Well, then let's do it. Let's pull
Yeah,
it together.
that's the American way, right?
You think? Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I look at some of those Facebook posts that people put up there, and Islander type, and they get pretty brutal.
yeah,
That's what he said.
yeah. I said it nicely though.
Yeah, but I,
Yeah, we'll put this together a little bit more, but at the base of it is professional with the news, and that's what Emma's offered to do. So now we just got to go out and find some sponsors.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So
three.
until then, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Break.
see you next time.